Hello dear students, welcome back to video classes. In the last session we studied about Louis Pasteur's experiments, right? And how his soup experiment helped the people to understand about the germs, about the spreading of the germs and how the germs spoil the food. Correct. We discussed about his glass experiment also, children, where he proved that germs are carried by other medium. He totally proved wrong. The spontaneous generation, he proved wrong that the germs did not evolve themselves. Am I right? Evolve themselves. So there are many more experiments we are going to read now, children. So let's not waste time. Let's read and find out how many experiments and what kind of experiments he conducted. This is only one of many hundreds of experiments which Pasteur made to show how full the air is of dust particles and how germs may be carried by this dust. One very useful experiment was made to show the difference between pure and stale air. There were many experiments conducted by Pasteur, the one we studied in last session, children. Now here is another experiment we are going to read about. Pasteur was such a personality who always demonstrated the experiments in front of public. When he was convinced about his experiments, he used to share it with people so it would be helpful to them. He did not hesitate to conduct experiments and wanted to share more and more. There was one such experiment, and this was to show the difference between the fresh air and the stale air. When we say fresh air, children, it means totally fresh like morning air. During this time, the vehicles are not seen more. So when we breathe the morning air, we feel energized. And compared to this, the air which keeps circulating in the same room by air conditioner, what they do? They circulate the same air. They keep the room cool by circulating the same air. Am I right? So this air is not fresh air, children, although it is cool and makes us feel good. But it is not fresh air like we find the fresh air in the open areas like on the top of the hills. What is difference between fresh air and stale air? So let's read and find out answer to this question which is given by Pasteur. Pasteur again filled some bottles with soup. He took some into a little hotel bedroom where the air hardly ever changed, broke their necks off so that the air could enter freely, and after a few minutes sealed them up again. So, Louis Pasteur took some bottles and he filled those bottles again with soup. Again he used soup here in this experiment. He took some of these bottles to hotel room, and in a hotel room the air conditioner was there. You see, the air conditioner means same air keeps on circulating. So he keeps those bottles there in a hotel room, and he has not heated the soup now. Then he broke the necks of the bottle so that the air can freely enter the soup. He was not trying to prevent the air entering into the bottles now, children. Okay. Next, what he does, he wanted the air should come into contact with that soup. He left it open for some times and then he sealed them up. He then took some bottles into a field nearby and did the same with them. What he did, children? He then took some bottles into a field and the same kind of procedure he applied here. Means, what is that procedure? He carried some bottles and he carried the soup in those bottles, and now he had taken those bottles into the open field. Same thing he did. He just opened the lids of the bottles and he made the air to enter into the bottles, and then he sealed those bottles and he kept in those open area, open field. Finally, he opened some on the top of a high mountain and again sealed them up. Again, he did the same thing on top of the mountain. He took some bottle, there was soup present in it. Then he opened the lids of those bottles and he made the air to enter into it. Then he sealed those bottles. See children, there were 3 locations. Remember, first was hotel room, second was open field, and third was top mountain. Why had he chosen these locations? Because the air quality differs. The quality of a room is very different from the quality of the air in the open field. And we can say it as better. And the quality of air on top of the hill is much better than open field. But how he is going to prove it, we will see. What was the result? When they were examined, the bottles opened in the hotel bedroom were full of soup, which had gone completely moldy. The bottles opened in the field were moldy, but not quite so bad. Those opened on the mountain had no germs in them at all. Pasteur went to hotel room where he had kept the bottles, children. Then he opened those sealed bottles and shown the soup to people around him. The soup had completely gone moldy. And what did this moldy means? Moldy means there was a white patchy kind of thing formed in soup. It was not good for consumption. It had gone bad completely, children. Understood? So, first of all, where he gone? He went to hotel room and he examined the soup which was kept in the bottle. When he opened the seal, he found that there was a patchy kind of thing formed on that soup. Then he examines the bottles used in an open field. He finds that the soup was moldy but was not quite bad. Even the soup which was kept in the open field, it was also moldy, children. But it has not turned bad like the soup which was kept in the hotel room. So in these 2 set of bottles, soup was moldy, in which the hotel room soup had gone completely bad. Whereas when Pasteur examined the bottles kept on top of the hill, those bottles were not having, that soup was not having germs at all. Have you understood now? There were 3 locations, and in these 3 different locations, the soup was in the hotel room which was kept, it had completely gone bad. But whereas which was kept in the field, it had not gone bad so much. But the soup which was kept on top of the mountain in the bottles, it had not completely gone bad, it remained fresh. So, through this experiment, Louis Pasteur proves that the air present in hotel room was not fresh, but the air in the open field was not stale also, but it was not also much fresh. The amount of bacteria was present in both locations, children. Only in the location of field, the bacteria are less. Whereas the air on the hilltop was so fresh, it was free of bacteria. So the soup did not go bad, it remained fresh. So through this experiment, Louis Pasteur demonstrated the difference between fresh air and stale air. Made people to understand that how and where the fresh air exists. Let's continue, children. Nowadays, we pay a great deal of attention to pure air, open windows, to freedom from dust, to garden cities. Pasteur was one of the first to show how necessary all these are if we are to fight against germs and disease. Today we have become more scientifically aware. We have educated ourselves better. So we pay a lot of attention on fresh air. We allow the fresh air to enter into our houses, children. we have understood that how much important the fresh air is in our life. So Pasteur made us to understand that we have to live in a fresh air so that we should get free from diseases and the germs. So it is the best idea to be present in the fresh air. We can fight against the germs and the diseases. Another very useful discovery of Pasteur's while he was working in Paris was the process which we now call after him pasteurization. Some fresh wine growers were troubled by a germ which had turned their wine sour. Pasteur showed that by heating the wine or milk or whatever it might be to a temperature of 50 or 60 degrees centigrade, the germs were made harmless. Pasteurized milk is milk which has been treated in this way and then sealed to prevent more germs from entering. There was another useful discovery made by Pasteur, and when he was working in Paris, children, he made this discovery, and this discovery is named after him. And what it is named here? It is named as pasteurization. So during that time, the growers, the wine growers, the French wine growers were facing a trouble. And what was that trouble? They were facing a trouble of germ. Those germs were turning their wine sour. So those troubled wine growers came to Pasteur. They complained that they wanted a solution. Why their wine is going bad? Why their wine is going sour? So after listening to them, here Pasteur, he started his experiments and he made a discovery. What did he made a discovery, children? He showed by heating the wine or milk, whatever, he showed that if the thing is heated to a certain temperature of 50 to 60 degrees of centigrade, the germs are made harmless. Yes, we do the same thing even today. We heat the milk, we warm the milk so that the milk should not get sour. It should not get bad. So what is this process called as, children? This process is called as pasteurization. And this process is named after Pasteur only. So it is called as pasteurization. What is the thing? What is that pasteurization? Heating the thing at a certain degree of 50 to 60 degrees centigrade. Then when we heat this anything, whatever it is, milk or wine, the germs are made harmless. Pastured milk is milk which has been treated in this way. So milk is treated in this way, it is said, to prevent. And then after heating, if we seal it up, totally the food will remain, or the liquid will remain free of germs. The germs will not enter into it if we seal it. Louis Pasteur was what we should call an all-round scientist, children. Yes, this is absolutely true. Louis Pasteur was, if we give a name as all-rounder, it is absolutely right for him. He was all-rounder scientist. All the research which he did in his laboratories was meant to help his fellow human beings. So whatever discoveries, whatever experiments he has made, his intention was to help human beings. His intention was to reach as many as people as possible, and he wanted to give solutions to them. He wanted to find solutions to their problems. It would be impossible to imagine Pasteur experimenting with explosives or poison gas. See, Pasteur had never paid attention on these kinds of experiments, children. Inventing explosions or inventing poisonous gas. The poisonous gas, which was used by Hitler in concentration camps, where he used to put that poison gas in the hall, and in a mass murder children, in a mass murder. That time it was called as Holocaust. Means thousands of people were left in a large room, and the poison gas was released in that hall children, and totally the people were dying. Hitler has remained in the history for this kind of mass murder that we know. We will discuss it later children. So Pasteur has never involved himself in these kinds of experiments, means inventing explosives or poison gas. Always he strived to help human beings, means always he strived to help the people around him, strived to serve the humanity, we can say. Understood? This is all about for today's session children. We will discuss some more experiments, some more inventions in the next class. Hope you have understood all his experiments. Meet you in the next session. I request you to read the lesson again, and if you find any difficulty you can ask me. Thank you.